What else up, guys? This is the Wrestling Babble Super Kick wrap up of April 23rd. I had to look at the I did have to look at the date because I have no clue what day I am in today. This is a long week of wrestling. There's a lot of things. If you didn't just watch WWE, there was a lot of things going on around. So we're gonna try to get into a little bit of everything today.
Sure.
I'm here with my co-host, usually on this Wrestling Babble, Dominion with Opinion.
The one and only MO, baby.
And you hear Lil Gazuki in the background.
Flying around in the background.
Yep, Lil Gazuki's back there. We got our recurring guest that he just always here for some reason. Thomas.
Yeah,
he's more of a regular than me.
I'm gonna start calling myself the face that ruins the place.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm with that. I co-sign that.
And we got our long time, my other co-host with the Guest by Express shows and everything like that, and one of the kayfabe all-stars of our wrestling group, Japstar.
Oh yeah, shit. Since episode 1.
Yeah.
Of Merc with the Mic. Episode 1. I'm an OG.
He's been my correspondent when I had nobody.
That's it. I'm the correspondent's correspondent.
All right. So in general, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live. What did you guys think of this week? What I'll do is I'll just hand it to you one by one so everyone could really talk and not interrupt and be clear. Okay. So Minion, you go first. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205. What was your big things? What was your best part of that whole thing?
Well, to break it down, this was kind of a little bit of a down week for wrestling, I would say. No, for Monday Night Raw, it's another down week. It's just the same old thing over and over again. They just revisited the same feuds. Dean Ambrose and The Miz. I mean, they just took SmackDown's ideas and put it on Raw. It's just lazy booking. The Universal Championship has absolutely no direction whatsoever. You don't even see it again, which is fine with me now. I mean, I don't even care anymore about that title. I think Thomas helped me out with that when he assisted it to me when he said, well, if, once Bill Goldberg wins it, the title would go to shit. Well, he wasn't lying. It went
we all said that shit.
Yeah, we were all in agreement on that.
But I told you wrestling would die. I told you. I kept it I went a little above and beyond. I said that title would die completely.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what happened. We didn't have did we have a Roman Reigns appearance? I don't think we had a Roman Reigns.
No, he was out.
He was selling the injury.
Raw, yeah, they're the same old gimmick with Raw. They did the same spot that the Big Show has done with Lesnar and Mark Henry, and they try to make it fresh. It's the same thing over and over again. But you know what? This was a good match, actually, though. Match.
Yeah. This time This time it didn't make sense because Big Show was about 150 pounds lighter.
Exactly.
When he was 500 pounds getting suplexed in the ring, made sense. But the fact that he's only 380 pounds now, and Braun Strowman is like 340, if you think about all the weight that's going down on the ring, you're like, yeah, that's not right.
That's very stunty. Very stunty.
Yeah, and also, rest in peace to that referee.
Yeah, the referee took the best bump of them all.
Right? He sold the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, guys. What else happened on this? Oh, at least we got a new number one contender. We knew that was coming. Alexa Bliss, come on, 5 Feet of Fury. Inserted properly right into the title picture. Just where she belongs.
My boo.
Which is sad.
Oh, I liked it. I appreciate it. She won in her hometown. You rarely see people win in their hometown.
That's true.
It's not the same way it used to be, where it used to be a given. They kind of stopped that. Like Ziggler stopped winning in his hometown a long time ago. I think he faced Kevin Owens and lost in his hometown. He did.
He did just stop winning. I thought the women's match wasn't bad per se. I liked it, the whole thing with Alexa Bliss fucking every time she saw Nia Jax by herself, she ran out. She's like, "Fuck this, I'm going out here."
I thought the women's match was a slop fest.
It was sloppy. It's sloppy, but I understood the match. I thought it wasn't as bad. We probably have worse of the division, but I just wish there was more people into it. Like they put Emma inserted into that picture.
Yeah. By the way, Finn Balor. What are they doing with Finn Balor?
They're building him. They're just like
They are?
just like Nakamura. They're gonna be built little by little. You're gonna see Finn Balor back in the title picture by SummerSlam, and that's
No.
fine. He just got back. Let him work. Let him get build up. Let him build his face character up. Have him with some good rivalries. It looks like he's gonna go against Bray Wyatt after the pay-per-view.
I could only say the only two matches I'm pretty interested in for seeing for the foreseeable future is the Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro, and also Samoa Joe versus Seth Rollins. That's like probably the only thing I'm really interested in seeing in Raw. Raw's kind of lost me.
Yeah.
Once the shakeup happened, it's just gone.
I think
And
I think SmackDown like truly won the shakeup in general. Like around, they got the best workers. The funny thing is, yeah, they got gimmicks. The SmackDown got the better workers. The SmackDown got the guys that could run 5-star matches on a house show. Like they have those kind of guys that will fucking give their all in that ring. Sami Zayn could give you a 5-star match on a house show, and just be like, okay, let's do this. You know, I do wish like there's certain guys that switch part, but Raw was a very letdown to me. The whole Braun Strowman shit, you saw that was coming. I'm not liking how they booking Roman Reigns right now. I really don't. We did talk about this last week that he was like very nice about the beating of Taker. I wanted him to be cocky as shit for beating Taker. That's just me.
Right, like just like the day after, like he just came in and just said, "I won," and then left.
Yeah, and then after that, I have a lot of respect. Oh, like yo,
right?
I said what I said I was gonna do. I beat his ass, and he's out. Who's next?
Boom. That's it.
You know how much of a dick he be after that? You know how bad of a heel he be just after those few words? Like,
Can you imagine how much heat he'll have?
Exactly. And that's what bothers me. But this is what pushes Roman Reigns from us. Like, we don't like it because I think WWE Michael manages him. And I think that's what gets the fans not taking on his side, is the fact that when they start micromanaging him, if they don't let him be natural, that's when we start hating it more. Like the promo he did after WrestleMania was perfect. We all loved it. Honestly, the board was all like, yo, that was the best Roman Reigns promo I ever heard, because it was simple. He heard the crowd, he fed it in, and he just is my yard now. That was a character changer. They should have went more into it instead of keeping him as a babyface. They didn't really have to go directly heel, but they could have him just very cocky about his win against Taker.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but I'm very disappointed with Reigns. And the thing is, I'm a fan of Reigns. I like Reigns a lot. I respect what he does in the ring. He's a hard worker. He's dedicated to the show. He's gotten a lot better since he started. Like, he's hands down a lot better. If anyone, like, a lot of people piss me off because they were like, this is going into New Japan and how Okada works. If you look at how Okada works and look at Roman Reigns works, they work very similar to each other. They're very simple. They're very simple move. They have a very simple move set, but they take a lot of big damage. They take a lot of big hits.
Let me ask you this question: Is New Japan shoving Okada down people's throats?
Like I feel like they did. I feel like they are, like, because that's who they want to be the top star. Honestly, I like Tanahashi a lot more than I like Okada. Like, I will take him as the face of New Japan more than Okada. But little by little, I've been liking Okada because he's been showing a little bit more in his matches, I think. But again, with the whole thing with him and Roman Reigns is the fact that if people judge him and they be like, "Oh, he's the greatest wrestler," and then boot shit on Reigns. If you look at the whole matches, look at the movesets, look at how they work. Besides Roman Reigns not doing a drop kick, they wrestle very similar to each other.
Can I answer that question that Thomas just asked? That Razor just asked. I used to think they were shoving Okada down their throats, but now if you look at Okada's youth, right? I think he's like 28 years old, right? They know he's not going to go anywhere with the company because he doesn't really speak any good English. He can't really go to a lot of good promotions.
That's true.
So they're going to keep booking him to be this monster of a winner. I mean, look at Tanahashi when he first started. Tanahashi's the legend of that brand. So, I mean, that's to answer your question. I don't think they're shoving it down their throats. I think it's just what they're going to do with him. They're just going to keep it going. Yeah. And also, if he keeps getting 5-star ratings, they're going to keep booking him because it's money.
Yeah.
Those are my final thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think the 5-star rating is kind of overrated with me in general because I have seen these matches and I honestly never said they were 5-star, but that's my style of what I like to watch. Like honestly, like it's I go by my opinion. I really don't give a fuck what anyone else's opinion is. So if I
Sure.
see it in like that, like again, when we talked about remember we talked about the Okada Omega match back in Kingdom. I was telling Josh like I like the Naito and Tanahashi match a lot more because I had more of a story.
Right.
That was just me though.
No, you know what's funny? I was talking to Nick yesterday, and he was watching a lot of New Japan stuff, especially like the Genesis and the one from
Yeah.
like last month. And even he was saying these Japanese guys don't do story in the ring. Like it's
Yeah.
just a lot of spots and spot monkeying, just doing a lot of shit.
It's different in a sense like their wrestling is more they again is more set to a sport than entertainment. Like they do tell a story in the ring, but it's more of a sport. Like it's treated like a sport.
And to jump in, like I did like the Okada Omega match. This in this year's Wrestle Kingdom. That was a great match.
Yeah.
But in my personal opinion, I think that and this is my opinion, I think AJ and Nakamura's match was better because they did more than what Okada and Omega did in that match.
But in that case too, I think also is the fact that me, you, probably Josh also, we look at things very similar to what we see in WWE.
Right.
We used to that kind of style, so we adapt to more when things are in that style. They could be in their Japanese way, but when you start seeing the storyline build up in the ring, I think that's what we appreciate more in Japanese wrestling than just the fight in general.
Right.
I think we appreciate the story more.
Right.
That's
I guess because mind you, like us American fans, like we're accustomed to that more than what the Japanese fans are accustomed to.
But
they're accustomed to something completely different than what we have.
But we also grew up with probably some of the best storytellers too. So when we see matches in like WWE and shit like that, I go into what Bret Hart used to do and what HBK used to do. They were probably the greatest storytellers in the ring.
Right.
They will make you believe they fucking broke their leg. You think they're fucking hurt as hell and whatnot. But I think in my case, when I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, I look at things differently than most people. Because again, I watched Japanese wrestling for a long time. Like I used to watch FMW because I used to find the videotapes of it.
I was also a fan of FMW as well.
Hayabusa was my nigga. I loved Hayabusa.
Mike Awesome was there. Shawn Michaels did a ref part there before. So
Mick Foley was there.
Yeah, Sabu, RVD. They had remember they had the ECW FMW work exchange. So.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember seeing Hayabusa and Hakushi versus RVD and Sabu on that.
Nice.
But
no,
it was
that was Jinsei Sasaki who was Hakushi. Remember Hakushi? That was him.
Damn, Hakushi.
Yeah.
That's bringing me back.
They did one in ECW and they also did a match in FMW. So I think the one in ECW RVD won and the one in FMW Hayabusa won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on a video. Again, I have the videotapes. I have the
I
flying.
still have it in my closet also.
Like I had the DVD of the Flying Assassin, which was a Hayabusa highlights. Which some of them are very scary to watch because when he took some shooting star presses and shit, it looked like he died. But getting out of picture and stuff like that, I'm just my description of Roman Reigns and everything like that. I probably get a lot of shit for it. I know I honestly will get a lot of shit for it because this is what I see. This is how I see. He's very stiff clotheslines, very striking, strike. He does more kicks than what Reigns does, but other than that, like the move styles are very clear. Like he does these 6 moves. Roman Reigns does these 6 moves. He'll throw in another move here and there, but that's the way I see it. Like honestly, that's my opinion. I don't want to get more into it because we're going directly out of conversation.
Completely.
Yeah.
And let me get my thoughts. Let me get my thoughts on Raw. So Raw to me, Raw was good, but like the thing that I got out of Raw was I think it was Braun Strowman that got out of Raw. I like what he did backstage when he just beat the shit out of Goldust and R-Truth, and then when he threw Kalisto in the dumpster, that shit was funny. That shit was funny.
It was funny, but great way to bring in Kalisto, especially if he's gonna make him a star of 205 Live, you know.
Right.
But it looks like they're not even doing. He's fighting Braun Strowman. Fucking Big E wrote, "I rest in peace, buddy."
In a dumpster match.
Like, I don't even think Kalisto could lift his leg.
Kalisto better cheat his ass off. I don't want to see the honest luchador trying to beat the big guy. I want Kalisto to change it up and just start hitting him with chairs until he knocks his ass out.
Do what he did.
I need something different.
Yeah, do what he did against Corbin.
And also,
there you go.
And also, the other thing that I got out of it was, of course, the turnbuckle spot. I knew something was going to happen because if you look at the apron, it wasn't the usual LED screen that they use every single night on Raw. So I'm like, okay, something's going to happen, and then that's when they did the ring spot.
Oh yeah,
fucking I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Like if you notice, like if you see the apron, it was the usual apron that they used back then before the LED apron. So,
wow, I didn't even realize
they're smart with it though. They won't put the camera on that angle.
Yeah,
right.
Unless the only time you saw it fully was when they suplexing. If you looked at the outside of the ring, you saw the LED lights and shit. No, that was a good observation. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts, Julio?
Sorry, I was trying to sneakily eat a cookie while you guys were talking. Yeah. And totally caught me out there. My biggest thing of this week was Jinder Mahal #1 contender. Holy shit, I did not see that coming.
Nobody did.
Nobody saw that coming. I like the inclusion.
We might as well get to SmackDown right now.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just going to get into SmackDown because Raw, why talk about it? Besides that big spot and the women's match, who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, everything was, and then the bad thing is the fact that there's a pay-per-view around the corner for Raw. That's what really bothers me. Is like there's no really hype for that pay-per-view.
Yeah, especially with like the two matches where one's on one show and one's on another show. It's kind of goofy.
Yeah,
because I'm like, I don't even know whose pay-per-view this is.
This is the SmackDown. Yeah,
SmackDown.
Because you
I get confused too.
Because you have Randy Orton and then, you know, it's funny, they announced it's not for the WWE title, which doesn't make sense.
Not.
Like, so you're skipping his rematch clause? That's
word. That's like, oh, he's totally shit.
Oh man,
he's totally not winning that.
Yeah,
Bray is totally not winning that.
So, all right, let's get into SmackDown. SmackDown was just generally, I thought SmackDown was an A show. Like, generally everything fit into place. Everything fit like they have a pay-per-view coming up.
Right. They're so clear. And
they don't. They don't have a pay-per-view until mid-May. But in general...
Wait, besides Payback?
No, their pay-per-view is Backlash.
Oh, their pay-per-view is Backlash?
Yeah. There's Backlash, then Money in the Bank, then Battleground. Those are the next 3 pay-per-views for SmackDown. Money in the Bank is SmackDown.
Gotcha. So what'd you think of the Bollywood Boys?
I thought that was a cool. You know what? I liked them as a tag team. I've seen them do, and then CWC they were pretty decent. It looks like they're trying to get the India audience and stuff like that. I'm fine with. You know what? I like the match. That 6-way challenge was a fun match. In general, it was just a really fun match.
It was a good match.
Even Mojo Rawley actually looked good in the match, and Josh would be like, "Yes."
I told y'all. I keep telling y'all, man. I keep telling you.
I can't.
Do not.
I'm not buying them. You're not selling me on Mojo Rawley.
I'm not buying on Mojo Rawley.
Keep giving it time. I'm
keeping my money in my pocket, minion. I'm keeping on.
Keep giving it time.
But I thought the 6-way challenge was great. Of all the talent that was in the ring, it was a lot of fun. Everyone thought Sami Zayn was actually going to pull this one off. But I think they're going to save a big fucking win for Sami Zayn. I honestly do not see Sami Zayn winning a match to Money in the Bank.
You think he's going to win the Money in the Bank? I hope he does, actually.
I think he's going to win Money in the Bank.
I got my fingers crossed for that.
They're gonna push him as the total they're gonna fully have him really pissed off that he keeps doing, and then he's gonna come back, and I see that happening. But he had a big spot.
Him a lot better on SmackDown than on Raw.
Yeah, he had 2 title shots.
Yeah. Look at that.
But I really liked the match a lot. I really liked the story that they brought into the match, and Jinder Mahal winning. As much as I didn't like it, I was like, I can't hate on it because we've been talking about this for the longest time. Let's get new guys in this fucking title picture. So I can't really be mad at that. I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, me too. I caught myself. I was like, I did the what the fuck, and I was like, you know what? It's somebody new.
Exactly.
Which is my complaint. It's not like Raw where it's obviously going to be one of the main 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like that on SmackDown. I like that SmackDown is that land opportunity that they're going to give you a random win.
Yeah.
That you're not going to expect.
Yeah, that's great. What you guys, Minion, what you thought about the 6-pack challenge?
Well, what I thought about SmackDown as a whole, I thought it was great. I didn't think it was the A show. I think it's very hard to give a show an A now because the SmackDown that they gave us before the year ended, that was my favorite because that was just great. Those 3 matches. But this was definitely a good show progressing for the next pay-per-view for Backlash. The 6-pack challenge was great. I think Luke Harper and Sami Zayn were the MVPs of that match for me. Jinder Mahal winning it, I thought it was good. It was shocking. That's why it was really good. My biggest concern with that is he was 2-50 before that win.
but that's
it's hard to sell me on somebody that was 2-50 to beat 5 other guys when he couldn't beat a guy 1-on-1. I think that's when wrestling it hurts sometimes. Like the WWE, they could hurt it like that. But I think I was what you guys were saying about, especially you, Merc, where you were saying about this is going to be to bring the Indian fan base in. I was also hearing that since SmackDown, I didn't really notice this until I listened to one of these other radio shows. I didn't notice, but SmackDown is kind of down on heels. So, and they're trying to have Randy Orton as a babyface.
Yeah.
So they didn't really have another heel in that 6-pack challenge match.
No, it was all faces besides Ziggler.
So, and that is why they went with Mojo, because they know Randy Orton right now. The fans don't really care about Randy Orton anymore after Bray Wyatt lost the title. I mean, Randy Orton's title run is pretty it is what it is at this point. I mean, I'll take it over Brock Lesnar's right now.
I just wait for Payback to be done so he actually could start the full title.
I guess I think my biggest complaint is that Jinder Mahal is 2-50. 2-50 and he won. I mean, it's just.
But look at his physique.
I mean, you could listen. You know why it's hard for me to really believe this? Because if you guys listen to the last podcast, I went on a rant talking about get better and stop trying to beat the fans on social media. And the guy, he won the number 1 contender spot. I mean, it's just, I'm eating crow. I'm eating that humble pie, you know? But also on SmackDown, you had Charlotte versus Naomi. And I just think that Naomi needs to get better in the ring. She needs to. Because when you're working with Charlotte, it's a different ballgame. I mean, you can tell it's just different when you're working with Charlotte than any other one.
Still a good match
on
though.
SmackDown. It was a good match, but it's just
it was one of Naomi's better matches.
It's the thing; it looks too choreographed. When Naomi is wrestling, sometimes in the ring, it looks choreographed. We know it's choreographed, but it's supposed to look more fluid. It's supposed to look more smooth. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this question, Josh. Since you brought that up, are you implying that Charlotte calls most of the spots in every match than anybody else?
In that match, yes.
In that match, yes. I mean, I've been saying that I think Charlotte is one of the best wrestlers in that women's revolution for a while. I mean, I remember when Jason couldn't stand Charlotte, and I was like, you got to give us some credit because she's actually really good. But to me, like I always said, I think the best woman out of that women's revolution. I mean, we probably, me and Jay probably both agree is Becky Lynch. I mean, I've been saying this forever.
Yeah,
Becky Lynch definitely. Also, SmackDown gave you the come on, the colognes, the brand new colognes with the same old shiny Star Trunks. We'll see how that works out.
But they went more serious tone. They're not doing any gimmicks. They got to
win. Yeah, it's cool. They got to win against American Alpha.
That was another one. I was like, oh, I'm glad they won.
Yeah,
SmackDown is going to be the land of the jobbers are taking over, man. Hey, we're all for it.
Someone in a podcast, let me just try this. Someone in a podcast that I read this morning said something that really opened my eyes with the colognes and the feud with American Alpha. Someone suggests that and I agree with this. Like I think the colognes now they get a serious push and such. Even though they still got the whole Shining Star stuff on there, there is something there that's missing with the colognes, and I know exactly what that is. And I think Carlito they should bring Carlito back still. I think, they should fit them three in there and then have Shelton Benjamin join along with American Alpha and then create like some kind of feud there. I think that would be something great to view on SmackDown.
Well, I'm gonna
Shelton is coming back.
Okay. I'm gonna add to.
He said he wasn't on the contract though.
No, he wasn't because when he got injured, it was right before, and they just gave him the agreement. Like they helped him get better, but they was like when he's ready to come back, he's welcome back.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I disagree with Razor. I don't think they need Carlito. I don't think they need anything. I just think they needed this attitude change that they're showing now.
You know,
they come from a wrestling pedigree that they should have been respected a long time ago. Yeah. The fact that they were being jobbers for 2 years straight almost after having a title, after beating the Usos, who's namely like one of the best tag teams in WWE we've seen in a long time, and then they became jobbers. I mean, they just needed an attitude change.
You know what? They need something crowd-wise because their matches, the crowd's always dead.
Well, they need more. They need to be more vicious because if they're going to be heels, they need to be a little more vicious. But they still do
great moves, though, like great crisp tag moves, and it's sad to see.
They just also need to get away from that whole Shining Stars thing too.
Well, they are now. If you listen to them on Talking Smack, they're completely away from it.
Yeah, but the music and the gear is still there. Like I still look at the Shining Stars.
I mean, just they could come out with the same music. I don't care. Just have some new gear. Don't have anything saying the Shining Stars.
But they need better promos right now.
Yeah, because they'll get it. This is development right now. I mean, they just got over. What the hell do you guys want? You want managers? You want Jimmy Hart to come on and manage them?
No, it's not that. I just wish people.
What do you want? You want their father to come back and manage? I mean, come on. We gotta have people develop on their own, man. We can't keep saying like, "Yo, let's get managers to manage these people." It's just wrestling. You should be able to learn how to carry yourself, and once you know you can't carry yourself, then get a manager.
But that's to the point where he was saying though, because they're not a new tag team. They've been there for a while.
But they're coming off a new attitude change, so let's just give it some time. Let's say, you know what makes tag team the teams and the athletes in wrestling. What separates them is piling up wins. If you keep piling up losses, you lose the crowd. That's what happens. Bo Dallas, when he first came out, the crowd was popping for him, and then when everybody seen he was jobbing, the crowd doesn't care about Bo Dallas. I skip my TV knowing
what about since you said that? What about Ty Dillinger? Ty Dillinger lost a lot of matches in NXT.
This is a different story. But you see, you can't compare Ty Dillinger for one reason. Ty Dillinger was in NXT.
You said a job. That's the thing.
But Ty Dillinger wasn't. Ty Dillinger was a different kind of job. But he would give you 15-minute entertaining matches, and you know what I mean. He wasn't getting squashed in 2 minutes. He was a pro jobber.
He was a pro jobber.
And not even that, he got wins on NXT regular TV, just on pay-per-view. He was like the Dean Ambrose for a while. He would just pile up losses.
Ooh,
also, you got that AJ versus Baron Corbin match, which was really good. I was just disappointed at the outcome, but I guess they have to protect Corbin some way. So have him lose by count out.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought SmackDown was good. I just, like I said, I'm excited to see this new change that they're going through, and my man Mojo, he's going to keep getting better, and you're going to keep hating. That's just what happens.
My man Jinder is going to take over the world right now.
Yeah, he will. I'm sorry. Don't be shocked if he wins that title. Don't be shocked.
I hope so. Wait, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
Jinder Mahal. Don't be shocked if he wins that title.
I hope he does.
2-50, and they're going to give him that title. I'm telling you. Woo! I don't think Vince. I don't know. I think Vince did this for his body looks.
The fuck happened to Jason?
Don't worry, we'll carry the show on.
Yeah, we got this. We got this. The host with the most will be back.
The host with the most. I mean, 2-50. 2-50, and you gave him the title. I mean, how did you guys feel about SmackDown?
I like SmackDown. I mean, I thought SmackDown was a decent show this past Tuesday, but of course, the whole Jinder Mahal thing. That was like the main blockbuster out of all of this and such. There was no Shinsuke Nakamura this past Tuesday, but I'd rather have it like that, to make him special.
How many vignettes do I have to see of this dude? How many?
He hasn't wrestled a match on SmackDown since he debuted.
which is bugging the shit out of me. It's like, come on, dude. I didn't even like the way he came out the first time. He just came in and did his entrance, and the Miz just left.
Yeah, I thought that was odd. Also, like when I saw it, 2 weeks ago when he first came to SmackDown, I would figure like, okay, now we got a feud with Ziggler and Nakamura, which I would have had more than anything else. But it like he just came in, and that whole thing with Ziggler, and that was it. Like there was no continuation. There was nothing. I thought that was really odd.
I got a message from Jason. His computer died on him.
Oh my god! So what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep going on.
Keep going on until he joins. Yeah, we're live.
I mean, we're live, so
keep going it.
The inmates are running the asylum. So SmackDown sucks.
Co-host.
Impact Wrestling's the shit. I'm just gonna be trolling this whole show.
Oh, we definitely gotta talk about Impact, but let's continue with SmackDown. Let's see what else. Let's see what else.
You know what? SmackDown should be on Botchamania this week because I don't know if you guys watched it. You saw what it said: Shinsuke Nakamura up next, and I was like, okay, where is he? Did you notice that?
And then
Botchamania.
Then it was like a special look. I was like, another one?
I don't know what they're gonna do with Nakamura. I don't know who they're gonna have him feud with, because if he's gonna like go into like making these appearances with other wrestlers and stuff, that's like, okay, what the fuck are you gonna do with Nakamura? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like I want to see him at least wrestle. Like
yeah, I just want to see him fight everybody. I want to see Shinsuke versus Mojo. I want to see Shinsuke versus Jinder. I want to see Shinsuke versus Ziggler. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Like not a video package of Shinsuke Nakamura and he was great in NXT, and I'm like, all right. We've seen all this already.
Now, if this happens Tuesday, then you got to question. Then you got to question yourself, like, what the fuck are the writers doing? Like, what direction are you going with Nakamura? So.
Listen.
I mean, we'll see.
The greatest quote of the month so far is when Razor said, I'm so glad that Shinsuke's not on Raw. Because, if he was on Raw, they would have turned him into a hibachi chef.
It's true. It's absolutely true. Listen, with Raw, like, I do not have a good trust with Raw. Like, I can see someone like a Bobby Roode fit in Raw because he has a character. I'm not saying that he can't wrestle. He can wrestle, but his character fits something like Raw. With people like Ty Dillinger and Nakamura, they're more control better on SmackDown than I would with Raw. I put my hand, I put my trust in the hands of SmackDown writers way better than I do with Raw. Way better.
There were technical difficulties.
There
I'm
we
back.
go.
Thank God you're back, Jay Dizzle. They're talking about Impact Wrestling. That SmackDown sucked.
We was actually gonna go into it. Like,
I just want to go. I didn't get to say my part with SmackDown. I really liked the AJ Corbin match. It showed a lot of potential with Corbin staying safe with losing by a count out. I did love the Colognes, the whole thing with them. I think they're solid on the mic. That they can easily adapt to themselves. They let them try to be themselves. Like let them try to be their own characters because their last name is legendary in the wrestling business. They have that thing. They should have been doing this since their father went into the Hall of Fame. To be honest with you.
They did this kind of late. Plus, I'm just saying they have great moves and all that. It's just the crowd is always dead when they fight. Yeah. Always. Because that crowd was great. I was like, oh man, this is a great crowd. And then for some reason that match came on, it was silence. It was dead silence.
That match was also like 5 minutes.
I noticed something with that match too. Like that, a lot of people are not like really thinking about what the fuck are you gonna do with American Alpha? I mean, you just had. I mean, like they. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Like, isn't this the second week that they lost? A match in a row, and like there's no direction with American Alpha.
It looks like they're gonna do something with them eventually, but it looks like right now they're just they're trying to build up the other tag team so they actually have a tag team division. Because they did lose to the Usos for the titles.
Right.
That was the last time they lost. So I'm fine with, I'm fine with the Clones winning the first match. They will get their revenge eventually, but I'm fine with them losing that match. They're fine with losing the match. They don't have to have like such a great win record and whatnot. They just have to be there and show like they are trying their best to fight and whatnot because they are the baby face. So you got to give the heel somewhat heat. So they needed to get heat, and that's pretty much what it was. There's a Charlotte Naomi. Well, I didn't get to say it. The Charlotte Naomi match. I liked the match. It was probably one of the better of Naomi, but she looks too. Naomi predicts herself. You can see where she's going with it, and I hate overly complicated. I hate when they overcomplicate like certain sequence. Yeah, certain sequences, certain spots, and I think that they have a habit of doing that with her. Is that they overcomplicated these spots that she's like turning like 3 times when all she has to do is turn once and then do the flip. Those things really bother me, and I think they really affect the match because that's when she tends to botch because she loses focus of where she's at, and then she also has a tendency to be. She always has to be in a certain spot. If she doesn't know how to read the spot, she still tries to do that spot, and that's a big thing that she has to learn to adjust herself in the ring. She's been doing that for a long time.
I think they do that with Naomi because they try to say that she's this athletic freak, so they try to overcompensate for it. But instead of making simple, because simple is better.
Yeah.
So when they mess it up, it just looks bad. She messes up a lot of spots.
Yeah.
And I like her, but she messes up a lot, especially when Natty. It seems like when her and Natty have an idea, it just never turns out the right way.
Yeah. I agree. So going into other things, I did say what I needed to say for SmackDown for my shipment kaput. Where you guys were going into next?
NXT.
NXT. So NXT. How you like this week's NXT?
Somebody refresh my memory on what happened on NXT.
Well, you had the steel cage match, bro. You had the steel cage match, a fun steel cage match between Ty Dillinger.
All right, who won that? Because I fell asleep.
Young.
I fell asleep.
That was a good cage match, man. That was Ty Dillinger. He got the win.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. I didn't fall asleep because it was boring. I fell asleep because I was tired as fuck.
You had Bobby Roode cut the promo.
There was that Ty Dillinger's last match in NXT.
Yeah, televised match.
I hope so.
His last televised match because he did the sound the goodbye match later on in the house show. We saw some new date. We saw a really pretty bad match between Liz Morgan, Aaliyah, and Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Like,
I skimmed through it.
You know what's bad is that Aaliyah had 3 fucking themes, and they still haven't changed Liz Morgan's theme once.
I still hate that her song. I really don't like it.
They changed Aaliyah's theme 3 times. She had 3 different themes. It pisses me off that they haven't changed her yet.
Liv Morgan is just a ripoff Carmella, man. I just can't stand it. It's the same character that we saw a year ago. It's the same exact character.
The sneakers.
Carmella's just better on the mic.
Yeah.
Carmella's just better on the mic. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, Aleister Black versus. We're gonna see an Aleister Black match next week.
I'm excited for that. And Tyler Bate versus Jack Gallagher.
Yes, Jack Gallagher.
Looking forward to that.
Anything else happening?
Ken Amos versus Drew Galloway next week. Also,
I'm liking that.
It's Drew McIntyre. There's no more Galloway.
Oh yeah, Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry, don't sue me. It's McIntyre. What Galloway left on the indie scene, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
I do like that they're kind of like stocking NXT again with big matches. You remember when they used to do that all the time? Now they doing it again. They have a lot of talent to do it. I want to see more of the women's division besides the ones they show. I want to see Ruby Riott a little more. I want to see Mandy Rose. God damn it! Can I have Mandy Rose?
Right, where's she? Yeah, because she wasn't even that bad either.
I know Daria got a new name change.
Okay.
She's like Sonya something now. I don't know. Where's Patrick Clark? I want to see more Patrick Clark. I was like
Sonya Blade.
We're missing people. I'm tired of seeing Billie Kay and Peyton Royce too.
Yeah. I'm waiting for one of them to backstab the other.
They're the iconic duo, though. I don't think so.
I'm waiting for it.
Are they similar to how Emma and Dana Brooke was, or like they're
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're very similar to each other. Yeah, it was okay NXT. It wasn't special, but we got a better NXT coming up at least.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just a build up show, trying to build up more people. And oh yeah, Hideo Itami returned.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He's gonna fight Bobby Roode for the NXT title.
I doubt that. I highly doubt that.
What, he's fighting? No, they announced it already.
Is that gonna be for TakeOver Chicago?
Yeah, it's gonna be Hideo Itami versus Bobby Roode.
I doubt it. Hideo Itami's going to be fighting the Surgeons. That's who he's going to be fighting.
Hopefully we'll see
Surgeons.
That guy cannot stay healthy to save his life.
I
think he's like Carl Pavano. Remember when Carl Pavano was a New York Yankee?
Oh,
and they gave him this huge contract? This is like Hideo Itami all over again.
Let me piggyback on what Josh just said just now. Like, I remember that too. That's the year that they signed Randy Johnson and Jared Wright. And Carl Pavano was just a bust. He was just
what show did this turn into?
We have to interest all the fan bases. But listen, no, Hideo Itami's not fighting Bobby Roode. You can bank on this. Hideo Itami's going to go out with a hangnail for like 3 months.
Shit.
I feel
That's why
really,
he probably won't wrestle until the pay-per-view.
I'm telling you, maybe.
I feel really bad for Itami because, this is a guy who had a lot of hype when he came into NXT. He came the same time as Finn Balor. I mean, he was pretty much tearing shit up in pro wrestling nowhere, and then to have these injuries come in, and then you see where Nakamura's at now, and it's terrible. I think after I'm hearing things about having Hideo Itami in 205 Live and such. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad fit, but I think that he could
If he could just stay consistently healthy and actually have a good run with this thing with Bobby Roode, I think it could get him back. The crowd is still loud for him. When his music hit, people did cheer and people did go crazy. So
especially when he does that GTS.
Oh,
he does that GTS.
That's it.
Oh,
he's still a great wrestler.
NXT Takeover Chicago.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see this match when it happens, and most likely it would be NXT Takeover Chicago because I think it's before Backlash.
Mm.
Hey Jason, you just agreed with me just now when I said we're gonna see CM Punk in NXT Takeover Chicago. You said
yeah, and Hideo Itami,
and they're gonna fight each other.
The originator of the GCS.
Hideo Itami is going to be fighting the staff in the back.
Yeah. I hope he stays healthy. I like Hideo a lot.
Listen,
let's hope.
I like Hideo a lot also. But my God, when he was fighting Tyler Breeze and Tyler Breeze kept piling on the losses, I was like, all right, Hideo Itami's great, but come on, we deserve somebody that's not. Too. Yeah, they had some great ones, but somebody that's not going to get injured frequently deserves some more limelight.
Yeah. And that's gonna go to the question I'll have towards the last of the podcast.
Okay.
Other thing. Did you guys catch the live Impact Wrestling?
Oh my God!
Should we just answer it like that? And
a hard no. It was a hard no.
We're not gonna skip. No, we're not gonna skip 205 Live for Impact Wrestling, are we?
Wait, before all that, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I just remembered something. Elias Sampson walking in Jericho's promo. Was that this week or last week? That was this week, right?
That was this week.
Okay.
Oh, he was drifting all over the arena. They kept showing him playing that damn guitar.
Were they?
Yeah.
See, I watched the 90-minute on Hulu, so I only saw him once.
Yeah, you saw him a few times.
All right.
See, I'm 205 Live. The catch 205 Live. What was good with 205 Live? We had what was it? Tony Nese versus Mustafa Ali.
That was a good match. You could tell what it was intended for.
Yeah. It was good.
I love Drew Gulak's character. Apparently, he's had this character before in that promotion CZW.
Combat Zone Wrestling, yeah. Yeah,
and that character, it says no violence. Because that promotion is very violent, apparently.
The old one. Hey, let me just say this: the old CZW used to be violent. I mean, ever since DJ High came in, like he added more wrestling into it. That's why WWE was interested in Dean Ambrose at the time. That's why they was able to scoop him they was able to skip up Biff Busick, who's now Obi Lorcan and stuff, because he wanted more wrestling. But back then, that shit was violent as fuck. It was very violent back then.
I'm digging Drew Gulak's character. I hope him and Mustafa Ali, I hope we get some magic out of him because I like both of them a lot.
Yeah. I like Mustafa Ali a lot. And
Mustafa Ali is cool,
Julek is good on the mic too.
Oh yeah, he's very good.
He's good. Yeah. He's good. He's a great wrestler overall.
He speaks like a politician. That's what makes him so good.
And then we got it wasn't Aries versus Perkins?
Yeah, it was TJ Perkins versus Austin Aries again.
I was fine with the match, but again, we've seen this match before. They still PJ Perkins still. I like CJ Perkins a lot. I like the heel turn he did. I like him in the ring. Like him in the ring is great. It's just I'm getting tired of the repeat matches when you have a ton of cruiserweights on that roster that you could be.
Where's Grand Metalik?
They were on main event actually. Him and Lucia Dorado versus Drew Gulak and Tony Nese.
That show's still
main
on.
Event. Yeah, it was on main event last week.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah. Lindsay Dorado and Great Metalik with tag team.
I guess.
Yeah, but I want to see them more on 205 Live.
Yeah,
like the whole roster.
And I'm telling you guys, are you not tired of this Tozawa and Kendrick feud? I mean, this is going on way too long.
Yeah.
This is lesson number 3 already.
Was Cedric Alexander this week's
He's hurt. He was hurt. He's out for 6 months.
And that's why that hoe Foxy is palling around with other wrestlers because this dude got hurt.
Yeah.
That's the end of Alicia Fox. You can tell that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Oh, you kidding me?
I don't like that. I didn't like that either. Even I like. It's funny that I like Norm Dar because he's pretty funny with this whole gimmick and he did as best as he can. But I think they're also saving him because he's been hurt. So they're waiting for him to be fully healed to wrestle Swan.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So they're pushing that into it. But it was nothing special with 205. But just there's still solid, really good wrestling, but story-wise, nothing really special in this case. Again, I want to see more people. I want to see more of the guys.
But again, WWE has a problem on their hands when 205 Live is more watchable than Raw, or NXT is more watchable than Raw. Raw is 3 hours, and it's almost the same. It's not almost. It's becoming the same stuff over and over and over again.
I'm watching the 90-minute short version, and it feels long as fuck.
Yeah, NXT been better than Raw for quite some time. Like I've been watching more NXT than Raw since 2002, 2012. When NXT started.
No,
that's a big jump.
2012.
That's a giant jump. If I'm not mistaken, was it OVW NXT at the time?
No, it wasn't even OVW. It was FCW at the time. No, it was it was OVW. It was OVW. Yeah. All right, so I meant 2012. Which is NXT. That was the beginning of NXT when they started doing as a show. It wasn't a reality show.
I remember that.
With long hair EC3.
Yeah.
It was Derek Bateman. It was Derek Bateman.
Yuck.
Johnny Curtis.
Yeah, Fandango.
Corey Graves. That was the tag team with Vader's son.
Michael McGillicuddy.
Michael McGillicuddy. Fucking Ascension was not Victor. It was Connor and Bram from TNA.
Oh shit.
Was it Loki was there too? I remember Loki was there also.
Loki was there in the investment. There was a reality TV show.
Yeah,
that's when I think the girl Michelle McCool and Layla was his coaches.
Yeah,
but he wasn't there.
God.
He wasn't there.
That's when his name was Caval.
Yeah, he wasn't there during when NXT became its show, like the internet show and everything. That's when Dusty Rhodes took over and like that. This was even before they introduced the NXT title. They had Seth Rollins being his heavy metal gimmick. They had Cassius Ohno being a good heel. They had a lot of guys, and that's when honestly, that's what got me back into WWE. In general, I started watching that again, and then I got into Raw and SmackDown. But I used to watch that because I used to be doorman. I used to watch that all night.
Just look at the problems Raw presented itself when you stripped Kevin Owens of the title and you gave it to Bill Goldberg, and then Goldberg passes it on to Lesnar. I mean, the championship doesn't even exist on the show, and it's supposed to exist. It's supposed to be the flagship show. And the fact that title's not there, now you only got the Intercontinental title and the women's title, probably getting more spotlight than the tag team title, which I feel like it does. The tag team title doesn't get a lot of spotlight. Even with the Hardys there, you had that one-on-one with Cesaro and Jeff Hardy.
But the difference is you actually still see the tag titles every freaking Raw. That's the difference of when the Hardys had the belts and everyone else had the belts. Is you see them every night.
Yeah.
You know what? That doesn't bother me like how it was with the world title, because it's the universal title. I mean, the title it means something for the brand, but it doesn't really mean shit for the company. I mean.
Yeah, it does. It's supposed to be their flagship title.
Right, but that's for the brand. I'm talking about for the company in general.
No, it does. It does mean something for the company.
So it means more than the world title.
It's supposed to be the equivalent.
It's equal. It's equal. It's equal balance.
You may not say it because the WWE title has the history, but this was a new belt to be put on to be equivalent to the Universal title. The same thing when the world title was there, when the old WCW belt.
Right.
They were supposed to be equal belts. Them two belts.
No, I know that. I definitely know that, but I don't know. I just feel like the Universal title is like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me as much. I mean, it does that, because we're not going to see that title until like the summer thanks to Brock. Yeah. But
I just feel they didn't book.
As long as they still got the WWE title, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, they just didn't book that belt right. Like. Too bad Balor got hurt, because I think Balor would have had a great run if he didn't get hurt. Yeah. And he would have been fine. Kevin Owens having his run, I wish he was more the dominant Kevin Owens that we got in the ending of his run than what he was during the whole run. But I think Kevin Owens put a stamp on that belt. At least he was there every day showing that title. But under that, like Goldberg and Lesnar, they just want to put people's big names into the title picture when you could have just had that belt be developing for all the guys that are there now, not the has-beens. So you could have had Seth Rollins, you could have had Roman Reigns, you could have had fucking
Jinder Mahal.
I was just gonna say the same shit.
You could have had you could have Sami Zayn, you could have all these new guys that are your brand now, and instead of these fucking has-beens.
And I think that's where they screwed up. I mean, I saw from a mile away that once Brock was gonna get that title, that was it.
The only person I would have took that would have been the Universal Champion, I would have been perfectly fine with, was Chris Jericho. Other than that, I don't give a fuck about the other ones. Chris Jericho as the Universal title, he would have put prestige in that belt, and he's Chris Jericho. He's the fucking most entertaining thing on Raw.
Yeah.
For the last couple months, so it's bad, but when it's at that, and then right now the IC title is like the main belt on Raw, and we just getting a repeat storyline from SmackDown, and it's sad.
Yeah.
But their promos are great. Like I can't. That's the thing is I can't hate on Miz and Ambrose because their promos are fun. It's still great promos. It's just
right. They're making the best of it. They're making the best of that situation. But it is a repeat.
Yeah. We've seen this already. We've seen the best out of them. We've seen some even better promos on SmackDown, and I feel that they fucked up bringing Miz to Raw. I think Miz should have been on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like honestly, as much as I want to see Nakamura versus Ziggler, I think the Miz versus Nakamura would have been a better match in general, and start him off with the IC title. Because I think in general, the Miz is a better talker, and he could carry the storyline a lot more. Right. Nakamura doesn't have to say a lot, but when Nakamura talks, he means something.
That actually was supposed to be the original plan, from what I read.
That was I know. But they did the Superstar shakeup because the Miz, and then they just burnt the whole shit with Daniel Bryan. The whole thing between him and Daniel Bryan, they just that was useless.
Yeah,
right. It fizzled out.
Those golden fucking promos he did on Talking Smack meant nothing, and that bothers the shit out of me because there was probably the best promos I ever heard from the Miz in general. The two of them that he just went insane. Those were probably his best promos ever.
Yeah. Very memorable.
Yeah. And it had everyone talking about him.
Don't you turn your back on me, Daniel.
You know what? Even on SmackDown, it got to a point that Miz started getting cheered.
Yeah.
Miz has started been getting cheered, especially when against the Cena feud. He was getting cheered and Cena was getting booed. It's hilarious.
Plus, the impersonations was, spot
hilarious.
on.
They're hilarious. I like the Miz a lot. I'm pissed that he's on Raw because I saw him winning the WWE title on SmackDown.
Yeah, that was like the next step, dude. It was totally gonna be the next step.
I saw him winning the WWE title and just putting in Daniel Bryan's face. Right now, I think he should have been the heel champion right now. Fuck Orton.
Right.
You know, Orton is he's a boring champion. I'm not a fan of Randy Orton winning the WWE Championship. I mean, he's a good heel, but face is just boring.
I think Randy Orton was only good when he had a group with him.
You mean Evolution
by himself, he's pretty boring. Like I've never been a big fan of Orton, to be honest with you. He hasn't had like that big star. Besides with Luke Harper. Luke Harper match was really good. He hasn't had that big match for me on SmackDown. Like the ones that he had with Bray Wyatt were not good at all. I'm not even looking forward to that House of Horrors match.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know. It's gonna be in a dark hole.
Yeah. There's them fighting in a house.
It's gonna be in a house.
The House of Horrors match is gonna be. It's an Impact match. They're gonna fight on Impact.
They're gonna find Impact.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
They're gonna the final deletion type.
Oh no, it's gonna be that big ass owl in the middle of the fucking stage, and that's the House of Horror. That horrible fucking owl. That owl's ugly. The belts are ugly too.
They never named the owl.
Yeah.
Remember they had that contest of who can name the owl. I don't think nobody won it because I don't think nobody give a fuck.
Shithead.
nobody
cares.
Shithead. That'll be the name.
What you guys wanted to talk about Impact, didn't you?
We could get into a little
Let's
bit.
get into it because
it was terrible.
You can tell me.
I watched it.
I didn't watch it.
You watched Impact?
I watched the match.
What?
No, I watched it because it was the first live thing. Everyone was making a big fucking deal that everything's going to change and things this and then that. So I was like, all right,
so
I give it a chance.
What happened?
It's just a bland, boring ass show. Like it's just really bland. As much as people saying, "Oh, they're not like WWE," all their storylines are fucking WWE storylines, which pisses me the fuck off. I hate Josh Matthews. I hate his guts, and I want him to die. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I really don't.
Wait, is this still him and Pope?
No, they changed the commentating team recently because they had him going heel like what Michael Cole did. At least Michael Cole was kind of entertaining with that, and he was a dick, but it wasn't even that good. And then he didn't call the match. He was just talking about himself the whole fucking match, which pissed me off too. That's like if you're a color commentator, you gotta call the match. That's the main purpose of it.
Right.
When you're just talking about yourself, and then he's talking that I was learning from Jim Ross. Jim Ross will slap the shit out of you if you did that shit. It pissed me off. Like, just the presentation is just bland. I don't like a lot of the talent. There's some talent that are probably good that I just don't see it in Impact, to be honest with you. I don't like the real. I don't like Magnus. I thought he was terrible, honestly. I hate Bobby Lashley. I never liked him in WWE. Their tag team division is stupid. I hate Conan. I hate the fucking. There's a lot of things I hate in this damn
Wait, program. Conan is back there?
Yeah, he's back with LAX, and it's not even the good LAX. They don't have Hernandez with them. It's just
still Homicide.
It's just Mexican guys.
Wow. It's just Mexican guys.
Did you say Conan?
Conan is the manager of LAX. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was wrestling. I was gonna say, wait a minute.
He can't wrestle. That dude is so out of shape. Yeah, he can't.
He's washed up.
I liked it.
So basically,
I liked to see Loki. I think that was my highlight of it. I like seeing Loki because I liked him. But he has like a whole hitman gimmick.
Didn't they merge GFW and Impact?
Yeah, but they did it. Now they have like a shit ton of belts. They're not like unifying belts. The belts are all.
So wait a minute. Are you telling me that there's 2 world heavyweight champions?
The Real just won the GFW title off of Magnus, and Bobby Lashley's the TNA champion.
Now they're gonna do the same shit what WWE is doing now. With
Exactly.
What does GFW stand for?
Global Force Wrestling.
Yeah. That was
Global
Jarrett's
Force Wrestling.
thing. That was Jarrett's thing before he got back into Impact.
Is Cody still on that promotion?
Yes, he is.
So wait, who's the GFW tag team champions then?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't really tell you. To be honest, man, I don't know, but I know Sona J is their light night title. I don't know what the title was named. Shono J or whatever his name is.
Sanjay Dutt.
Yeah, Sanjay. Yeah. He's their lightweight champion. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the belt. The women's division is okay. They have some back talent, like ODB is back, and that's the only one I can really name that was okay. I like the chick from DK. I like her. I think she's good, and she has a good gimmick. She has a good story, and she's pretty solid on the mic when she does talk. But the rest of them are pretty boring. I like the show. I can't get into it. Like, I don't like the show. The last time I liked Impact was Final Deletion.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I think once they let go of the Hardys, like, I think that was it. Like that was like a giant blow. Like, there's nothing there in that company that you can see. And you know what? For the asshole in Wrestling Babble who says, "Oh, you know, are you guys ready to watch Impact on Thursday?" Suck my dick. All right.
Yeah. I don't want to badmouth. I'm not gonna badmouth anybody on the Babble, but everyone has their priorities and what they like. I don't care. I'm not getting into it. I think it's terrible. I honestly thought the show was terrible. My other thing is I don't like again. This is my big thing. I love what Matt Hardy did for that company. You know what? I only watch for his stuff. Like, I will YouTube his stuff on Impact, and that's how I watch Impact. I'll YouTube his shit because not only before the broken gimmick, when he did the iconic Matt Hardy, he was fucking great. I mean, that's when he had the rivalry with EC3 for the title, and then he was saying that he was the best world champion ever. He was taking mad shit to Roman Reigns. He was saying mad shit to everyone, and then he was like challenging everyone because he was the world champion. And then when he lost the belt, he became the broken gimmick, and the broken gimmick was genius. He was just straight into that gimmick. And he helped Jeff Hardy get back to his shit too. And
I know WWE is trying to work with Anthem to buy the gimmick to bring it to.
No, they're buying the gimmick. They're selling the gimmick because they're going to sue them for using the charismatic Enigma on TNA.
Yeah,
that's different. That's what
they had to sell that gimmick off.
No, but this is the thing. Impact used Jeff Hardy's copyrighted gimmicks from WWE on TNA TV. It's the fact that they own them now. They could get sued for it because they owned them.
Right.
So them using charismatic Enigma, the Enigma and things like that. JR named him that.
Right.
No one else. So it was WWE property. So they were like, "All right, we won't sue you for this if you give us that." That's pretty much what's happening.
Yeah.
My take on Impact is I stopped watching it a long time ago. Once you saw that it became WCW 2.0. It just looked bad when Hogan came in and Sting came in and they just had all the old guys. TNA during the Attitude Era was actually really enjoyable to watch because you had the X Division, which really mattered.
Attitude Era.
Yeah, during the Attitude Era, I'm talking about when WWE had the Attitude Era.
It was late. It was late.
Yeah.
Okay. That's before they. Okay.
No, it was Ruthless Aggression.
Oh, the Ruthless Aggression era, whatever it was. Yeah. I mean, TNA was enjoyable to watch. You had a really good X Division. You had AJ Styles, Sherry Lynn, Loki, Amazing Red, Michael Shane, Samoa. You had so many people in that division.
That's when they was NWA TNA.
Yeah,
Sanjay Dutt with hair.
Maybe, I don't remember. But in the tag team division, you had Beer Money, you had SATs. That you had a good thing going because it was fresh.
Right.
Now, if you just keep bringing back the same old stuff that they brought back from the past, this is not good. And I try to watch TNA and I can't get into it.
Once they brought in Hogan in 2010, that's when you can clearly see the writing on the wall. That's when a lot of things started changing. And the first sign was Sting leaving, and then once they lost AJ, that's when it was a bad blow. And then now, once they lost the Broken Hardys, which actually saved them for a bit, like there's actually nothing there. Like I don't know what you can actually point out to a casual fan that is going to make you like TNA. Like like this, I can't. Like Decay is okay, but it's not gonna. I'm not gonna be like fully invested in that character. Not gonna be fully invested in that stable.
I just like their entrance because they had a good Marilyn Manson song. That was probably his best song he had since like 2001.
Yeah.
so I think that was my only.
And also, y'all, the problem too is that I know it's one thing about TNA that they keep debuting these former WWE guys, and having them win their championship, and then that's it. You know, so I mean, they did it with Del Rio, and they did it with fucking I was gonna say Loki, but Loki's not a WWE guy.
No,
I mean,
it's a lot of problems with that company. I can't get into. I really can't. I tried. I won't say nothing until I watch the product myself. I don't have judgment or anything until I watch it myself. I watched the shit. I fell asleep 3 times. Every match I did fall asleep, and I had to rewatch, and I go, fuck, I gotta watch this shit again. But I tried my best. I feel the sense of direction is not really there, and they have someone really good with Bruce Pritchard fucking running the company. He knows the wrestling. It's just
right.
I don't even feel like he could save it. And then I hate Jeff Jarrett. I really hate him. I hate his guts.
Is he an on-screen character?
He owns the company again.
No, I know he owns the company again, but
he's on screen.
What is his role on screen?
He's the owner.
Wow. So he's doing the same shit. So he's pretty much Dixie's replacement in a way.
Yeah, because his wife Karen is doing shit on there too, and it's just like, as much as they were like, oh, we're not WWE. Oh, look at the legends, the things we have. They're just giving a commercial for WWE. Like, look at the guys we have. We have Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. Yeah, because they're on WWE now. You can watch WWE for them.
Right, and I think the other problem also with TNA, and it's been like this for almost going into 16 years now, is that ever since they started, they always worry about what WWE's next move is going to be. And I think that's the reason why, they never was able to get past a certain level. Because if you're trying to compete with WWE, why are you worried about what the fuck they're doing? If anything, you do something that, to have WWE follow you.
Like the Hardys.
Right. And look what happened there.
Yeah, like the Hardys. And look what they did with Bray Wyatt and the New Day.
It seems like a lot of former WWE guys are getting rewarded now. Because I don't know if you guys watched any of the latest Ring of Honor episodes. You remember the 3-man champions, the 3-man tag team champions were the Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Well, now it's the Briscoes and Bully Ray. They beat them for the titles. So it seems like, former WWE talent are getting the gold now.
They always do. Like, again, they're big names. They're no matter what. If they're on WWE TV, their name is known. So it's easy to use. But I don't mind him having the 3-man tag gimmick. Like Billy Ray still can run, and with the Briscoes, if it fits. So I was fine with that.
I like that. Go ahead, Thomas.
I was gonna ask what you guys thought about Mauro Ranallo's release from WWE.
We did talk about that last week, and
but now it's official. Like yesterday, they officially parted ways.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. His contract now is not. At first, it was until August, but now it's official.
He asked for his release. It's sad in a way because I really liked Marlo. I liked him a lot. I thought he was a great voice for SmackDown. I hated the fact that he gave him so many people to work with, and I think just a 2-man. I think honestly they should have just gave him Graves, and I think he would have been perfect. And there's none of this shit would happen. I think Graves should have been on SmackDown instead of Raw. But it looks like they want to push Graves to be the main voice of WWE, and it looks like that's happening because Cole's going to retire very soon. But that was the thing, is the fact that I wanted him there. I think they just gave him the wrong thing. I think some of his best announcing was with Daniel Bryan at CWC.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell how much love they had for the product that they were watching. And that was one thing that made me enjoy it so much, is the fact that they told me how much they loved it. And they was telling me a story about these guys, and then these are guys that I've never heard of and never seen in my life, but they sold me on these guys, and they just told a really good story. And I think that was some of his best announcing.
And who's gonna say Tope Suicida Mamma Mia? I'm not gonna hear that no more.
No, you're not. And I swear to God, if Phillips does it, I want to kick him in the head.
And the thing also with Ronaldo also is like it also depends where you have him at. Like he's of course in the CWC, like you could tell like he was really passionate about what the wrestling that was there, because that's his field. I think what might happen is 2 things is going to happen. Number one, I think New Japan Pro Wrestling is his destination. I think he'll go back to New Japan where he was calling matches before he went to WWE. And number 2, I think you'll get a shoot interview very soon from him to tell his side of what happened and stuff, because that's what a lot of people want. A lot of people want to know if JBL had a lot to do with it, which I think he did, but he's not going to say the full story until the chains are off.
No, they kind of put a leash on JBL, not right now.
Right.
I know he just got recently in trouble again too, so he might actually get suspended. But going into
In trouble with who?
I forgot what it was. I just read it today, and I think it just happened recently. So I when I get more news on it, I'll fucking write it down so we could talk about it on the next cast because I don't remember it right away.
Yeah.
But I know he just got in trouble with somebody.
Losing Mauro Ranello's depressing. Her podcast, right?
Yeah.
But losing Mauro Ranello's depressing. It's like when we lost Paul Heyman on the commentary and when we lost Joey Styles on the commentary. It's depressing.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I really like Marlo a lot. Good luck to his endeavors. I know he's going to be calling boxing for a while. He signed a contract with CBS Sports for boxing, so you'll see him a lot on those boxing specials. He's going to get a job no matter what. He's a great commentator and whatnot. Anyone could do good. Like fucking Impact, get him.
You never know. You may.
Somebody said the exact same thing. Somebody said that if Anthem was smart, they signed to do it. And I think they should.
But you know what's funny? I can see him going back to New Japan. Because Jim Ross is back with WWE and he's finishing out. I think he's gonna commentate all the way to the California show, and after the California show, that's it. So I think Marlo might be back with that. I would have liked him to be the voice on the New Japan World app because right now it's Kevin Kelly and Cyrus. I would like to hear Marlon Ronaldo and Cyrus because I like Cyrus a lot. He's pretty fucking funny.
Another thing, what you guys thought about the death of this guy from 3 Minute Warning?
Oh, Rosie, that's sad. He was a big guy. He was a big guy. Like you could tell he's gonna have heart problems. He was really big. He died the same way Yokozuna died.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sad. Very, very sad.
No, it's sad. Condolences to Roman Reigns and his family. That was his big brother. Him and Umaga were like big part of that family. Like they were the ones that really pushed these guys to get into the business and really help them out. So what you guys don't know about their story, like they are a big reason why Usos are wrestling in WWE. They're a big reason why Roman Reigns is in WWE. And if you ever hear them, if you hear like Jericho's podcast or you hear like that, they really say like Umaga is like the biggest reason why he was the kick in the ass to them to get their shit together, kind of thing. So
that's a big wrestling family. That family tree is fucking insane.
It's sad to hear.
Nia Jackson's part of that family tree. Tamina's
she's not. She's more on Rock's. She's on Rock's father's side.
Really?
She's just cousins with The Rock.
So she has nothing to do. So she has nothing to do.
Yeah, she's not Samoan. She's black and white.
Wait, who's not?
Really?
Nia Jax. Yeah, she's not Samoan.
She's German. She's half German.
She's half German, half black. She's a
Redbone, like Sasha Banks.
Yeah, she's on Rock's father's side of the family.
Wow.
She's not on the mother's side.
Wow.
The concept is different because she does the Samoan drop and shit, but she's not Samoan.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah, word, right? I really thought she was Samoan, but
that's kind of blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, mine too. Like,
they're all close to each other though. They all kind of grew up together, but they all are not. But they're not blood cousins. She's blood cousins with The Rock, but that's where the line crosses.
So she has nothing to do with Tamina.
No.
Wow.
No. I thought that same thing too because I thought she was Samoan and she's not. She's not Samoan. Yeah, it surprised me too.
I'm still bugged.
Mind blowing.
That's it. I'm fucking speechless right now.
Right, exactly.
For the last little bit, I just had a question. I had a great question because I felt like WWE had dropped the ball on a lot of these good talents that we see that we're fans of, but a lot of people hasn't catch on. Maybe name 3 guys. If you could change it or keep the same gimmick, you think got pushed over that it could have been better. So, for example, I'm always going to say Tyler Breeze. I think Tyler Breeze's gimmick was perfect. I just felt like they didn't have to add him with nobody. I felt like he just should have came in by himself. I think they dropped the ball with Social Outcasts, and I think they should have rivalry the New Day because I think they would have fucking had a ball. And then my other big one was who was it? So you get the question I'm asking?
I get it.
I think so. But let me ask you this: can it also be from way back in the day as well, or it has to be current?
A guy that you felt they, all right, the guy that you felt that they misused, that could have, if there was a way to bring them up better, you can. So my thing was Tyler Breeze and Social Outcast. I felt Social Outcast with the New Day, they should have been a big rivalry because I think them all like 6 guys on the mic are great. And honestly, you saw a little hints of it too on like main event and on SmackDown.
Could it also be like missed opportunities for like a stable to be put together, or it's got to be a wrestler?
No, it can be. That's why I said Social Outcast. That was
okay. Cool. Okay.
So those are my 2. Any of those guys and explain the way that you would have changed it.
Okay.
All right. So who wants to go first? And that's how we will wrap this show up.
Okay. That's cool.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go last.
Everybody's like thinking like, damn, so I gotta go.
So mine's is Tyler Breeze. I'm always gonna be on Tyler Breeze's thing. I think his gimmick works. I think his gimmick would have been perfect, and it would have been an easy adjustment to go babyface with that gimmick also. As in, because all he had to do was just take pictures with the fans, and that would have been him going over, right or wrong. He was a great wrestler in the ring, a great talent, and he was really good on the mic, but I felt like they never got a chance with him. Honestly, I think he could probably thrive in 205 Live.
I have one. I wish they'd have had a world title run with William Regal after he had the Intercontinental title, because he had a really good run, and I was like, man, I wish they did something else with him after that.
That's when he won the King of the Ring.
Yeah, that was such a good year, and I'm like, oh, I hope this keeps going because I was such a fan of his, and then it just fizzled out.
Yeah, he had a good rivalry with CM Punk, and I think I wish that was for the world title instead of the IC title.
Word, that's what I was saying.
I agree with that one. That's a good one.
I'll mention 3 because I don't want to mention Tyler Breeze because you already said it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Cesaro. Definitely dropped the ball with Cesaro because when he came back off his injury, wow, that was a pop. That was the Monday after WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it was amazing, and they dropped the ball with Cesaro plenty of times already. He hasn't even had the Intercontinental title yet. Am I correct?
They dropped the ball after he lost to Cena during that U.S. Open Challenge. Yeah. Man, that was the main event on Raw.
I would have kept him a Heyman guy. I think they gave up too easy on that. I would have kept him a Heyman guy. They dropped the ball completely with Enzo and Cass already because they were super hype, and now they're just there. You know what I'm saying?
That was another one. That was another one while New Day was heel. That should have been the fight instead of the Un-America, whatever team, the Legion, whatever the fuck they were.
The League of
Nations.
League of Nations.
Yeah.
It should have been Enzo and Cass instead of League of Nations for that fight at WrestleMania. I agree with that.
And I'll mention 2 others. The Club. I think they struck out horribly with the Club. It's just bad what they've done with them.
I would have kept them with AJ for a while.
I would have kept them with AJ, but I would like to see them do their own thing. I would have liked to see them have just a little vicious streak in them. I mean, I understand they show their personality, but you came over in New Japan with that mean streak, and now you're just a placeholder. That's basically what they are.
Yeah.
And I would say, who did I say so far? I said Cesaro, Enzo Cass,
The Club.
I would say Luke Harper. I think they've dropped the ball a lot with Luke Harper, but now it seems like they're starting to. Yeah. He's finally getting his time, but his little Intercontinental run was very short. It kind of made me very upset. Yeah,
it was very strong though. He had some really good matches with that.
And my other guys, I think they dropped the ball with Neville. Neville before this heel streak, they were dropping the ball completely with him. I was like, what are they doing with him? They had him jobbing out. It was insane. He went from one of the hottest commodities in NXT, and he came on to Raw, and he got his wins, and then they gave him a Superman cape. and they changed his name. It went from Adrian Neville to Neville.
Yeah.
And it was just bad. It was just what they did with him. I mean, you could mention so many people they've dropped the ball with.
Yeah. Those are I liked it, the group, the Social Outcasts. This is the last reason why I was like kind of a little disappointed. I liked it, the whole dynamic of them. I thought they were really fun.
Dude,
fun
and
gimmick.
If you also think about the talent they had in the League of Nations, they dropped the ball on that one because the League of Nations was combined had a lot of titles. That group, the only one that was like really like green in that group was Rusev, and Rusev was an up and coming star, and then they had him starting to like just lose constantly. So I think those are my guys right there.
Was Wade Barrett losing a lot too? Wasn't he losing the most?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's why
the Intercontinental title. Remember, it was like a cartoon. It was like he kept losing every match, and then the title kept. I was like, oh, I can't watch this anymore. I don't know what they're doing. I think this is punishment. So those are my guys.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble.
You ain't go to me.
Oh yeah, I thought you said yours.
Nah, I didn't say mine yet. That's cool. So it's very, very funny how y'all guys are mentioning League of Nations and William Regal and stuff. I don't know if especially you, Jason. I'm not sure if you remember like back in the old WWE 11 and 12 games where there was a stable, right? That was exclusively to the game called the United Kingdom, and it had William Regal on it, Drew McIntyre, I think Wade Barrett and Sheamus. Do you remember?
They were on SmackDown.
No. They never made a stable. Okay. They had the stable exclusively in the game, but they never brought it into WWE TV. I would have brought that.
They brought back the European title. Like I think one of them won it, and they made the European title. So you had to fight for the European title. I remember that shit.
I actually would have brought that into there. I think WWE missed the ball on that. I think that would have been something extra. The Ascension they fucked up on completely. The Ascension. I think they just completely ruined the Ascension from the exact start. I think they had a great gimmick. But for some odd reason, WWE just dropped the ball on the Ascension.
They threw paint on them.
Yeah.
They had like shoulder pad. I'm like, wait, just do what you did in NXT.
Yeah.
And just kick ass.
Yeah.
That's it.
And another person who I think they also dropped the ball big time, and they never, for some odd reason, they never brought him onto the main roster. This guy was fucking awesome. Anybody remember Sami Callihan?
Sami Callihan.
Yeah.
He
was on NXT for a while.
Solomon Crow.
Yes, they fucked up on him big time too. I think they should have done something with him.
You know what's funny is the fact that I like what they were doing with him and on the live shows, and then when they made him in the real when they put him in the real show on NXT, they didn't really do what they were doing. Like he was jumping people, kind of like how the Brood did.
Right.
The lights will go loud, and you hear his music. You hear like the staticking, and he'll come out and fuck up the person up, and then you see them standing over. He did it to Kalisto, he did it to Sakara, he did it to a couple of people, and they were building that character. But they didn't continue that on TV. They only did that on live shows.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So those are my
that sucks.
Yeah.
Apollo Crews they dropped the ball on, and Kalisto. There you go. That's the other name I was thinking.
Kalisto, I'll say more than I could care less about Crews, but Kalisto, I feel like he should be the main face of 205 Live. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble Superkick wrap up for April 23rd. Thank you guys for listening. Definitely check us out on Facebook with the Wrestling Babble board, facebook.com/Wrestling Babble. Check out our video game and entertainment on Facebook/Recycling Gaming. Check out our YouTube channels, which is this live, Mark with the Mic on YouTube, and check out Recycling on YouTube. Plug in your thing because you always have a long ass one. Thomas.
I thought you talking somebody else. My website, pwtag.blogspot.com.
All right, and just follow. I say this on every show on this guest, but I swear, and I'm going to continue it, and hopefully he's listening. Follow Jenkins. Just follow him.
Yeah, just follow him.
Just follow him frequently.
In the street.
Lurk at him.
Just follow.
Yeah. Just follow. Just follow him. You can catch him on Jabstar on Twitter.
Yes,
Catch me. I'm working with Mike on Twitter. You could catch Joshy somewhere eating something, and we're gonna go.
Wait, let me just plug this in real quick. Let me plug this in. On April 8th, the Ring of Honor episode, I put it on the Wrestle Board. I'm telling you, you guys get a chance. You want to see a good match with prospects? Watch Kurt Stallion versus John Skyler.
Okay.
I was way more impressed with Kurt Stallion. He's super thin, but he can move. Just watch some of his stuff. You'll probably like it.
We'll definitely check
he
it out.
He does a sick Novocaine neck breaker. I'm telling you, watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch that because you was telling me that he was pissed that you was pissed that he lost.
Yeah, I was pissed that he lost, and then I was pissed that didn't put the other guy down.
Yeah.
But the flying senton off the rope put Kurt Stallion down. That angered me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Also, watch Lucha Underground. Watch Lucha Underground. Netflix. Watch it.
Lucha Underground is awesome.
Yes. All right.
And I can't wait for the Super Nintendo Classic to come out also.
Which one?
The Super Nintendo Classic.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope that's legit. I can't wait.
All right, we're gonna go. Peace out. Again, follow all those things, and we'll be back next week with more Wrestling Babble, the kickoff wrap up. Peace out. Later.